Technology is now seen as a must-have in businesses. With the right technology tools, you get to stand out as a reliable organization and make everyone efficient and productive across board. We understand that most organizations are investing in technology and doing the best they can to make it work for everyone. But they are also finding it challenging to get the solution that will solve their most critical business needs. As a multiple award-winning, agile and innovative leader in the IT marketplace, Hashem Limited knows what it means to take time to identify your pain points and recommend products and services that fit your business need. We do not only pride ourselves as a one-stop shop offering a plethora of IT products and services that can drive growth and productivity in your organization. We also boast of dedicated, passionate, and experienced team members. Our comprehensive engagement model and governance framework are also designed to optimize your software portfolio across your organization. This unique approach gives you access to business analysts, solutions architects, product specialists, project managers, developers, and key resources to help inform great decision making. Above everything and anything else, we are the IT partner you can trust to make your business dreams realizable. Convinced yet? Perhaps our website can tell you a lot more than I have done in 2 minutes. Check us out on www.hashem.com. Oh, one more thing.
Simplifies the way we collect data. Organizations collect data from multiple touchpoints to enable them to make effective, profitable, data-driven decisions. Yet, a lot of data just sits there. Why? Well, organizations operate 2 systems: operational or transaction systems and analytic systems. Operational systems are data repository, where you execute business processes. Analytic systems are where you make sense of your data and evaluate business processes. Analysts spend 80% of their time cleaning and preparing data to update routine reports and only 20% of their time truly brainstorming on the numbers and extracting insight from that data. The result? Less time to ask the right questions about their data and less time to pull variable insights that can improve your bottom line. At D. Brown Consulting, we have a better approach. We empower you to extract insights from your data at the speed of thought. We employ a curated methodology that simplifies the analytic build process to eliminate technical friction, making it easier for everyone in your organization to get the exact data they need securely. The best part? All of this can be done without relying on overburdened IT teams. D. Brown Consulting offers consultancy services in building, reporting, and analytics systems. As Microsoft Gold partners, we offer business process automation solutions with no-code and low-code applications, chatbots, and robotic process automation engines, and financial modeling services. We visualize our reports, dashboards, and analytics using the principles defined by the International Business Communication Standards, IBCS. The use of standardized notation eliminates ambiguity and ensures consistency in the design of your visualizations for more effective data storytelling. Are you looking to achieve more with your data? Contact us today. Visit dbrownconsulting.net.
Over 7 years, Macintosh Consulting has been empowering individuals, organizations, and government parastatals in information technology, business management, leadership development, and finance. Through our end-to-end training services, we help our clients achieve notable landmarks with our long-standing valued affiliate relationships with Microsoft, EC Council, CompTIA, PECB, Cisco, and AWS. Macintosh Consulting offers training and certifications in diverse areas like Network Plus, cybersecurity, cloud computing, project management, Agile Scrum, soft skills, amongst many others, with guaranteed to run classes, virtual classes, on-site classes, online classes, and customized classes. Macintosh Consulting enhances career development, promotes relevance, and ensures quality delivery. Macintosh Consulting is located in Nigeria, Kenya, and United Kingdom. Visit www.macintosh.com or call 090-381-38550 or 081-409-84158. You can also visit us at 24 Bamachili Street off Allen Avenue, Ikeja, Lagos.
Welcome to the Pride of Symbols, a people driven by the passion for excellence and the courage to take on big challenges and see them through. With integrity of mind and systems, our words, structures, and processes are always dependable. We are proud of who we are, what we do, and what we stand for. Firm is our commitment to the vision to build a globally recognized distribution company and to become the key driver of trade revolution across Africa. We have been empowered to make products and services accessible, affordable, and usable across Africa by building an efficient distribution network, and to remain the market benchmark for dynamism, efficiency, and competitiveness. We are rulers. We provide order. With confidence, enthusiasm, and wit we speak. The vulnerable and voiceless we empower. This is me. This is TD Africa. We rule. We conquer. We are Simba.
Okay, and I would like to tell you a bit about Rugby Business Solutions and Technologies. Rugby Business Solutions and Technologies has a vision to make the world a better place through technology, and that's what we live in and out as our culture. We start from Nigeria here. We have a crop of professionals who ensures that quality is ingrained in every service we offer, definitely using IT technology to solve human problem and making life of everyone better. We do this across different verticals: healthcare, medical, oil and gas. I wait. It is time for you to transform your business, get the required insight, and take your business to the next level. You can give it a try by visiting our website at www.rugbysolutions.com/BSM.
Technology is now seen as a must-have in businesses. With the right technology tools, you get to stand out as a reliable organization and make everyone efficient and productive across board. We understand that most organizations are investing in technology and doing the best they can to make it work for everyone. But they are also finding it challenging to get the solution that will solve their most critical business needs. As a multiple award-winning, agile, and innovative leader in the IT marketplace, Hashem Limited knows what it means to take time to identify your pain points and recommend products and services that fit your business need. We do not only pride ourselves as a one-stop shop offering a plethora of IT products and services that can drive growth and productivity in your organization. We also boast of dedicated, passionate, and experienced team members. Our comprehensive engagement model and governance framework are also designed to optimize your software portfolio across your organization. This unique approach gives you access to business analysts, solutions architects, product specialists, project managers, developers, and key resources to help inform great decision making. Above everything and anything else, we are the IT partner you can trust to make your business dreams realizable. Convinced yet? Perhaps our website can tell you a lot more than I have done in 2 minutes. Check us out on www.hashem.com. Oh, one more thing. We are as social can be, keeping you updated on the newest technology trends. You can find us on Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook.
Good afternoon, and welcome once again to this season of AI. My name is Oluwaseyi Oluwamiju. I'll be part of the panelists and also be anchoring this event. And with me, I have my great friend of the community, Olajumoke Toriola is also in the house. We have Ayodeji Folarin is also in the house. And we also have Mr. Olajide Ido is also in the house. You're all welcome and welcome to the season of AI. Now, we all know when we talk of AI, what really this make. And several of us have been hearing AI. What is the essence of AI? How do we find value for AI? So the season of AI is a way by which we community member across the world, organized by Microsoft, to be able to come together and talk about AI. What is the advantage of AI? What we can gain from AI, and how we can implement this to our local environment. Sorry, I'm not in my usual position. I'm outside somewhere, and obviously we are going to have a great time. Deji, season of AI. What's your take? Because we'll be talking more of the effect of AI to our local community. So, Deji, what do you feel the season of AI? What does come to your mind?
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Sheyi. So we are actually in the era of artificial intelligence. It has actually come to stay. So first and foremost, we don't have, just like when GSM came into the country,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was like, wow, it's for some selected people. But before we get to know it, almost everybody in the country above the age of 18 has one or more assets he possesses. So the AI season is actually in and it has come to stay. So all I just want to say is we are bound to live with it, work with it, use it to our advantage, and make sure this has actually have a plus in us, in our environment, in whatsoever we do.
Okay, that's a great one. You mentioned something about GSM coming to Nigeria. I remember those days. It's only the elites, especially to get one phone. You have to go there. They call it a satellite phone. If you remember, that means you must definitely be rich to have that. Now AI has come to stay, as you mentioned, and there is no way we can run away from that. Now, the season of AI organized by Microsoft is just for us to reflect back. And for us as a community member, especially from West Africa, our focus is really how impactful has this been to us here. And I don't know, I think Jumoke is not in yet. I think he's I don't know. Okay, Rashidi is also in the house. Rashidi can join us too.
Yeah,
We're
I think
discussing.
I'm in, but my video is not just showing. I'm
You
here.
just want to
Oh
hear your
yeah,
voice.
we can hear your voice.
I'm here.
So, the season of AI. What is your take? Because we'll be talking more. We are sorry, viewer. We have a lot of lineup of presenters that are going to showcase AI from Microsoft perspective, how AI has been effective, and they will tell us the application of it, how they can use it. But we will be sitting here and be discussing more of the relevance of AI to
Mhm.
our own environment. So, Jumoke, what is your
All right.
take about AI?
Thank you, Shay. Welcome. I'm glad to be here. And then I'm saying hi to, even though I can't, my camera is not on, but I'm saying hi to everyone in the house. All right. So when we talk about artificial intelligence, it's very interesting because let's take a step back to let's say 5 years ago. or let's say 10 years ago, let me even say 10 years ago, what was artificial intelligence like in the year 2014? You will find out that it is more in an experimental phase with
Mhm.
limited real world applications. You just have basic machine learning algorithms that is used. Then fast forward till date, you will see that there's been a massive adoption across the industry. There's been advanced applications in healthcare, finance, autonomous vehicles, sophisticated machine learning models. And you find that the adoption rate to date is between 80 to 90%. And then coming to the season of AI, really, you find that the use case of artificial intelligence, we all know that AI has been in existence. I think in the 1956 years, I think
Yeah,
70 years ago, really.
yeah.
So it's not like it's new, but the generative AI aspect of artificial intelligence is what makes it really, really, really interesting and what is really driving the buzz around. And then in talking about the use cases, when you talk about the use cases of what we're going to be using AI for in our everyday life across organizations, you find that in terms of tech for human resource department, as an example, how AI can help you with recruitment enhancements. You have AI tools today that is efficient for doing things like resume screening. One of the things I hate to do a lot is how to match resumes. Funny enough, I'm even just leaving a form of an interview session to come in here. I've been doing interview for over 4 hours now before joining this call. And then, you know, there is this aspect that all the time you find very difficult to manage, because you find that when you want to do screening around resume, you have a lot of jiggles that are given in garbage in garbage out. A lot of people just bring in things, and then for you to sort all of that out and then do a bit of candidate matching is actually very difficult. But with AI today, it's actually, you have that you can automate resume screening, have the right candidate matching with AI tools. You can even have what is called an automated interview scheduling for with AI tools. Now let's talk about onboarding automation. The use cases. The other day, I was having a conversation with a customer. I'm telling them how you can use AI in each of the departments or units in your organization, and you'll be surprised about the use case. I'm still on human resources anyway. Let's look at the way you do automated processes for new employee onboarding. Gone are the days when you have to start saying that, okay, employee onboarding, you have to start bringing in people manually, and then you do all of the manual process, the traditional process. Today, people can be, you can onboard people in a very fast fashion using AI tools, using things like chatbots. I'm sure some of my colleagues will talk about it. Using things like Copilot Studio that can engage new hires one on one to have a very, very personalized AI driven conversation and training. Then you can have chatbots that can even speak to employees on real-time employees query and all of that. This is actually going to drive higher employee engagement. That is just one use case. So I'm actually excited about the era we are in right now. There is a lot of benefits that AI is bringing into the table. And then we can just, it's limitless, to be honest. It's limitless, it's disruptive, but in a good way. And there are some other concerns that people are showing, which we will also take care of in terms of the sensitivity and in terms of all of the concern around security. Fine. But I used to say something, that it's important for you to know don't get scared away in embracing a technology all because you fill your mind with the negative aspect of it. Be more enthusiastic or curious to know what that technology can offer, and then you can learn earlier enough on how to combat any security vulnerability that you may be exposed to it. So I'll tell you today, AI is here to stay. Is changing the dimension of how everyone is working, and it is here to stay, and it is bringing opportunities to the workplace. Shay, I hope I did not, I like to talk too much. I hope I did not say
No.
so.
At least you are, we still have a lot to discuss. You have mentioned certain things. One, the destructive nature of AI. You mentioned that the bias, all this we are going to take one after the other. Now,
Yeah,
for us as a community, we want to see how we can liken it to our own culture, our own environment, and try
exactly.
to erase the bias that people have. So, yeah. So we're still going to talk more. Jide is also in the. I don't know, his video is not also coming up, but Jide, now we're bringing on spot now. What? Okay, his video is back on. What
So
do you feel?
is this a gang up? Because I'm the only female here that my own video is not coming up.
No,
I'm
it's not. We
thinking
don't
this
No,
is
know. We don't
let
know
us
what
tell
happened.
the AI to help you adjust the video.
We don't know what
okay
happened to
now.
your video. Maybe you can just come in again. Maybe to
All
come
right.
back. I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Okay then.
So, Mr. Jide, the ball is rolling before you.
All
The
right.
season of AI. What are you feeling
Let
about
me
it?
just talk about something amazing that happened to me.
Okay.
I was supposed to come up with a document, and it's going to take a lot of time those days that you have to write, edit, and all of that. I'm telling you because it happened to me. And Microsoft deploy Copilot,
Yeah.
and I just pick my phone. Normally, this is a secret. I'm not supposed to share this, but let me share it. I picked my phone. I downloaded the app. There is mobile app for Copilot. And I was supposed to go for a facilitation, and talk. I didn't even write. I just saw that okay, you can even talk to this guy. I picked my phone. I said, "Copilot, I have a training today, and I want to dress down casually. Can you suggest what I should wear?"
Really?
Yes, I'm telling you. And the guy started talking back to me that since you want to dress down, you don't want to wear this, it will be nice. He didn't only say it, he showed me pictures. I mentioned the kind of shoes I wore. I just say, help me from the shirt down to, and he did all of this, and I was amazed. Of course, I followed the suggestion. Maybe I tweak it a little way. But of course, those days you have to be checking for clothes and say, okay, which one should I wear?
Yes.
He
Yeah.
told me
Yes.
about the color because I specified to say, okay, I'm going maybe a church gathering. So he also mentioned, he also considered everything that I said in giving me suggestion.
I
And I was
never.
like, wow.
Jide, wait, hold on. I never thought of this way to use AI. I'm really serious. Because it's surprising that we have a lot in this Copilot, OpenAI that we are not even exploring.
I said I was amazed. Of course, without lying, maybe I took 90% of what he said and I just tweak it to say, let me. Another thing, so I was to come, so my other colleague is there. Anyways, AI is to help us to just co-pilot the guy. Now, I was to draft a proposal. These are things that it's going to take me sometimes to do. And I told this guy that, okay, this proposal is for XYZ. I mentioned, can you help me? I just even, can you help me draft a proposal for so. And indeed, the funny thing is that my senior colleague is there. When I send it to him, he said, he didn't know that it's got my letter. that because he would check. And he checked it and he gave a thumbs that this is good. In my mind, I said, yes, this is good. But the point is that AI has done the major thing for me. I only vetted it and changed some things to suit because he left it blank for me to say, fill in your own stuff. This is just generated for you. Then you have to then ensure that it suits. My point here is that if you are not leveraging this season, then maybe you are working backward into the future, or you are just trying to spend a lot of time. This thing has been programmed to make life easy for us.
Just like Olajumaka was saying too. I remember someone mentioned that there is an airline that is using AI to do assistant agent or something, not a human being this time. They also use it. I think Mercedes also was using it for customer service or something. These are things that companies are leveraging on. So if we are not taking advantage of those things, it doesn't matter the sector. It's relevant to all sectors, be it in health, be it in employment, I mean recruitment, management of project and all of this. So I think that it has come to stay. And in terms of security, I, anyways, I don't think there is an issue. Just like I asked this guy, I'm not sure he's keeping that. It's not. My point is, I asked him to give me. He didn't mention my name, so my name will not be out there. But in case someone is on this call and they are also concerned that okay, if we give our information to this guy, how secure is this? I want to believe it is secured, and if they are still in doubt, there are things that Microsoft and other AI people are working on that would also be exposing to others. So I hope I touch on what you want me to touch on.
Yes, thank you, Jide. And Jide will be coming up in next few minutes to do a practical demo on how to use AI on one of Microsoft's tool that is getting momentum now called Fabric. So it's going to show us in a few minutes how this is going to go. But thank you for even telling me that I can get my dress choice by using Copilot. Jumoke, can you hear that? Copilot. You get ladies that go for many engagements. So I'm putting you on spot. You can just tell Copilot, what can I wear to this office? Actually, he said Copilot was able to
Yes,
give me a dress code. Jumoke there, I think
he
he,
gave me pictures of whatever color that suit the occasion.
wow.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay. Rashid is also here. We have 2 more minutes before Jide come up to start his presentation. Rashid, do you have anything to add to this AI season of AI? Oh, Mr. Rashid is here. Okay. But we can't hear you. Can you hear us? Maybe you should enable your your
Yeah.
mic. Okay. So before Jide comes with the presentation. Now, talking about choice of clothes, we are still talking. The first discussion we are taking is the impact of AI. Jumoke started with the business, where we can get business done in every aspect of it. From you mentioned HR, job seeking, and onboarding people, which is practical. So every company out there, small company, big company, established company that are running um, things around there can actually use AI to be their co-pilot, not their pilot. So generally, okay, market is now here. So
Yeah.
yeah, at last. So Jumoke, did you hear what Jide said? He said he could
Yes, I
use
heard him. And
co-pilot to get the choice of clothes. Can you imagine? So there's a
yes,
lot of thing. What do you feel about this? Because Jide is coming up
I mean,
next week.
it is
It's time
very
to do
interesting.
his
Very, very, very
demonstration.
interesting. I hope
Yeah.
you guys can hear me.
Yes,
It's
we
very,
can hear
very
you.
Yeah.
interesting because I mean, it's and then it's adding to the statements meaning co-pilot. Really, I mean, when you
Yeah.
use the word co-pilot, you're actually saying
Yeah.
like a virtual assistant, an AI assistant. So imagine me trying to just the scenario that Jide mentioned. I mean, we ladies, you know how we have to do the decking, we have to do the foundation, we have to do all of those things before
Yeah.
we go out. And then, even if the foundation is not okay, we will remove it again and put piling and put all of those things and all of that. So imagine all of those stress. And I'm alone in the house and I need something. I mean, I need the AI to actually tell me how I look and it can suggest to me, oh, this is the occasion I'm going to, and then you can tell me that oh, this is the appropriate word for it. This is this, and you can even question it further to say, oh, even the weather.
Mm,
You think
Mm.
this particular outfit can be okay for this weather and all of that. So it is as good as that, to be honest. And it's actually mind blowing. But like
mm.
I said, this is the era of AI. You can only make use of it and enjoy it. And
I
then,
enjoy it. And
yes, and why enjoying it responsibly, to be honest.
we are still getting to the security. So we're going to leave Jide now. Jide is going to give us a demo. If you are just joining us, we are at the season of AI, and I have very, very promising people, industrial leaders that are here with us. And we're going to talk about it in discussion, but we also want to show you and showcase something. So, Jide, we leave you to on stage to show us something AI can do on Fabric.
Okay, yeah. So I'm not only doing that, I'm doing that with my other colleague. So, Mr. Yodeji, are you flying? Are you ready to go?
Yeah, so GD, let's go there. So
All
let
right.
me
Do you want me to
see.
share your screen, Greg?
Okay, let me see if I can push up my screen. So let me share my entire screen.
Okay.
So I think my entire screen is ready to go. So if she can help me drive my screen up.
Yes, it's up now.
Okay. So can you see my screen now?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. So we are looking at the season of AI. So the edition is year 2024. So we quickly want to look at unleash the power of data and AI. So this session will be taken by myself and Olajide Idowu. So quickly, we all know the guy speaking. That's the guy that is using co-pilots to dress up. So that's Olajide Idowu, and he's an MCT MVP, and he has been doing this for about 15 years now. And my humble self, Ayodeji Folarin. So I'm also an MVP MCT, and I've been doing this for well over 25 years. So let's quickly look at what we'll be talking about for these few minutes. We want to look at how to build a data table using AI. Number two, we want to look at working with AI visual in Power BI, one of the apps under Fabric. So using tools like question and answer, key influencer, decomposition tree, and smart narrative. I will actually leave GD to handle all those ones. Also, GD, maybe I'll add this to what you're going to demonstrate, generating DAS formula with co-pilot. And finally, there will be a part for question and answers. So, Jide, are we good to go?
Yes, yes, yes. We are good to go.
Okay, so let me quickly pull up my screen. Okay, so so on my screen, let me open up my office.com. So I quickly want to demonstrate to us how we can build a database, a table with AI. So let me go to Power Apps this time to do this. Let me launch Microsoft Power Apps. And on my Microsoft Power Apps, I will not really want to bother us taking us through what we have around Power Apps. Power App is one of the family of Power Platform that is used in building application. Before you talk about building application, you must have a storage where you want to keep all the data that the application will capture. Now that is where I want to concentrate, and that's what we call data vast. So Microsoft has a powerful data storage relational database called Dataverse. And to build a table in a Dataverse, you can actually start building it from scratch, or you can leverage on an existing table in Microsoft Excel by importing it, or you can actually create with a list you already have in Microsoft SharePoint. But I actually want to make use of what? Copilot to build a table for all of us now. So I will click on the describe what exactly I want to do. Now, how do I describe what I want to do? If you can see my screen, there is a Copilot section here asking me, what exactly am I trying to build? Let me just think of something. Let's create a data table for registration of students into my high school. Assumption, I have high school and I need a registration portal. I need a database that will help me capture information. So create the database for me. Let me see if Copilot can quickly help out in building this. I hope my screen is still visible.
Yes,
Wow.
it is visible.
Point I have on my screen student registration. So he has created a database, a table for me with registration ID, student name, age of the student. Let me see what other things. Grade of the student, address, contact number, GPA, registered, okay, either yes or no. So some of them are done their registration, some they have not completed their registration, and also is that all? And also club. Which club did you join? Is it art club? I love this, but I would have loved to have more columns. Let me come back to the AI. Kindly add more columns, like like date of birth, comma, registration date, comma, what else is important? Parents email. Okay, let me stop there. Parent email. Go ahead and add more columns to what you have given to me. This is amazing. So without stressing myself, he has given me some basic column, and with the help of still AI, that's Copilot, I can still ask for more things. Can you see? He added a column, date of birth, the date I registered for the event, and also my parent email. So he actually gave me some sample email to work with. This is good. I wish this transaction can be much. I want to hand it over maybe to an analyst to use for training. I do training a lot, and I quickly want to get some data to work use for my training. Let me see if I can blow up the number of transactions we have here. Help me, help me add more rows, like 50 more rows for the purpose of analytics. So AI, don't fall my hand. Go ahead and get this done for me. Add more rows. Is it going? Working on it. So that is the beauty. I can build a nice database. Just submit your idea. It gives you what will really help you to get your data up and running. He's still working on it. Let's see if this can be done. So, what did he say? Help me. Oh, I guess. Wow. He has added more rows, as you can see. Okay. Anything I want to build, I now have a database that I can actually leverage on for the purpose of my what? of my data analytics. So with this data, I can go to Power BI, connect it, or go to Power Query, use it for my ETL process, hand it over to another co-pilot to quickly give me wonderful visuals based on what I have on the screen. So Jide, are you ready to take it from here?
Yes,
Hello,
yes,
Jide.
yes.
Please
Yes, I'm
over
here.
to let me stop sharing. So you share your screen, show us another thing.
Okay.
I can come up and show more. Good.
All right. Just a moment. Entire screen, then share. Okay. So please, I'm trying to share, and I've clicked on share, and because I'm trying to share my entire screen.
Okay. It's still not up.
No, but I already clicked on, I already selected the entire screen and I've clicked
Share.
on share. Okay, I think
Okay.
it has gone now. Can we confirm?
Still trying to see your screen up.
It's
If
already
she
showing.
can. Oh yes, you're okay. No, no, it's not.
Okay,
It's not up yet.
I need the confirmation. It's showing that I'm already sharing.
Okay. I don't know if
Okay,
she, are you
let me
there?
stop. I'll stop sharing and reshare. Let me check that now. Maybe I need to. I'm trying to ensure I share my entire screen, which I did. Okay, I'll share my entire screen again. I don't want to share a portion unless you want me to. Let me share a portion. Then, okay, I'm sharing my entire screen again. There's delay. I shared it before. I'm trying to reshare again now. Sorry, everyone. It's not up here. Okay. I've, I'm clicking repeatedly on share here.
Just click once and give it time. Maybe it is.
Okay. I'll have to click again. It was sharing before, but since you couldn't see it, I had to stop. Okay, let me cancel. I'll cancel and I'll reshare. Just a moment.
Okay. Let's try it one more time.
Yeah, I should share Microsoft Edge. So I'm trying to share window this time. Normally I will have loved to share my entire screen. Okay. Do you want to reshare your screen, Mr. Adeji? Reshare and let me, because I've shared from here and it's not sharing.
Okay. Let me try
Can
to
you try and
share
reshare
my
your screen?
screen again. Entire screen. Then allow. Confirm my screen is up.
Not yet. From my end. Yes, it
Okay.
is now. Okay. So
Okay.
you
Let
can
me.
stop share. I want to share my screen now, to be sure.
I should stop sharing now.
Yes, let me retry. I selected the entire screen, then allow this, then share. Just wondering why it's not. but I was able to share before. Okay, I'll try this again, then share. All right, it should be up now.
Okay, okay. So let's go there.
Can we see this? Just to be sure.
Y-
All right,
Yes,
let
I
me.
can see your
Yes,
Power BI
I
screen.
can
Please
see
go to
your
your Power
Power
BI
BI
screen.
screen. Please go to your Power BI screen.
Okay, okay. Can you see this now? Please kindly confirm if you can see my Power BI screen.
Yes, Judy,
Yes,
I can see.
yes, Judy, I can see.
Okay, good. Thank you again, and everyone. You're welcome. So I'll be showing two things. I'll move also to Power BI Desktop later. But I'm in an environment which I created called, okay, save, which I created for the purpose of this. Okay, it's fine. Let's cancel this. Just a moment. So I created a workspace, and which is uh, Power BI Fabrics license enabled, and I have this data set. Don't worry about data flow. I have this here. So this data set, I can say I want to create a report with this. You can say auto create report, which will automatically create some report, then I can adjust it. So my point is that is also one of the advantages of Microsoft Fabric's environment. It will just auto create a report. But let's say I do not want to do that. So I have this, it's still the same data set here, and I want to do some calculations, which I'll go to Power BI Desktop to do, which I will also demonstrate. I want to demonstrate everything in Power BI because I'm going to be writing. I'm going to actually ask Copilot to help me do some calculations. I don't want to write or manually do any calculations. So that's the beauty. Then we can come back and then visualize. So this is my Power BI interface. This is Power BI Desktop interface. It's going to require you to sign in if you have the license. So when you signed in, then you can be able to do some calculations. How did I get it? This is quick measure for the data analyst in the house, or anyone can do this because it is now seamless. So let's say I have loaded my table. So my table is actually here. So you can see if I click on table view, you'll be able to see columns and rows. So let me particularly come in. I want to be very fast. And I have these tables. They have been connected in terms of relationship. Then I want to do some calculations, leveraging the power of Copilot, which is an artificial intelligence tool. What do you need to do? One, let me also put a disclaimer. If you are just getting started, remember that if you give an instruction to AI, if you don't give that instruction accurately or very well, either you give it very well or not very well, it might return something back and it might not be like very correct in terms of this calculation, right? So I would advise that you need to have knowledge of writing some of these functions so that when you give a prompt and this guy returns something back, you can also check. That is why it is called Copilot. Then you can check and confirm that what it has thrown back to you is correct. So briefly, let me just talk about, so we have a table called channel that has different channel. Let me stay here. It has different channel. We have a table called products with different product category and so on. So I want to begin to give an instruction because I want to do some calculations before we then visualize. Then I'll come to quick measure. Then I will not go with this wizard. I'll go with this guy that makes life easy. And he's talking to me that use natural language to describe the measure you would like to create. And it's already suggesting. Let me ask this guy to, okay, at the moment I do not have, I mean, any kind of measure. But if I come back to my facts table, which is this transaction table, I need to do some calculations based on whatever the owner of the data or the owner of the business is asking for. So I have unit price, unit cost, other quantity, and I want to do some calculations around this. So what can I do? I can still stay where I am. So I can click on quick measure and I'll go with suggestion and I'll type, uh, let's say I want this guy to help me calculate total sales. Total sales is a function of unit price that I have on that table, which is this table that you're seeing, unit price, then multiplied by other QTY. So I can say, uh, you can write very simple way. I can say iterate, or you can say go through, go through. You mention the name of the table. Transaction is the name of the table that has what I need. When you get there, what should I do? Multiply, multiply what? Unit price, and or by other QTY. So I will give it to him to say, okay, go through that table and help me do this. So let me click on generate and let us wait for this guy. Now it has come up with, let me back this again. It has done something for me. I gave an instruction and it has gone to do this. Let me bring this to us, then talk about this. Now I wouldn't just accept this. I will look at it to be sure that what this guy has done is correct. So remember, this calculation is a function of, I want to calculate total sales or total revenue, and it's a function of unit price, price per one, multiplied by one, I mean, the number of quantity. Then I can see that what it has done for me is correct. Then I can give it a name. I wouldn't want to do too much, but I will do some that are kind of maybe not too technical. So this is total sales, total sales. Then I'll comment this. Then we have that. So let me also quickly do another calculation. Very simple. Okay, go through this. Let me just change this to units, unit costs. And yeah, then generate this. So it has done unit costs multiplied by other KPIs. So let me pick this also and quickly name this total cost. And I'll comment this. I will do one more, then I will do some other calculations that will filter, that would be able to use some maybe nested calculations together. So, okay, then I can say, okay, I can just say subtract, subtract, subtract total sales. Okay, subtract total cost. Let me even reverse it. Subtract total cost from total sales. Subtract total cost from total sales. So that will give us profit. So, and it has done what I asked it to do. I hope, yeah, my total cost is here. So I'll say, give me this. Good. So this is sales minus cost. And I'll call this profit. Then comment this. Okay. Quickly, let me just visualize this so that we can see total sales, then total cost. Now, I want to do a calculation that will require filter, some kind of filter to come in. Let's confirm we can still hear me just to be sure my internet is fine. Please, can someone kindly respond just to be sure that everything is fine? Kindly confirm
Yes, we are
if you
still
can
with you.
see hear
Please
me.
go on. We are still with
Okay,
you. Please go on. We are still with you.
all right. So I want to do a calculation. All right, let's say, let me come to the table so that you can see it from the table side of it. I want to see what happened in Ebony. That means we have states. So let me stay on the state zone. And I only want to see, I want this guy to give me what happened in Ebony. So I can just say, um, let's say total sales for Ebony. I'll just type it that way. Let's see if it's going to total sales for Ebony. And let's see this. Okay. So let me bring this up and explain what this. So though total sales across is 56 million dollars, but it has gone to filter out what happened. So for the sake of oh, okay, I'll go back there. Let me pick it and just a moment, because I want to make it simple. Though when you give a prompt, it would respond back. Just to ensure that you give the prompt correctly. So this is going sales. So let me also put it on a card then, to just for the sake of people that might want to say how true is this. So let's say I want to visualize states. I can pick states from there, and I want this state to come on it, to be on a table. It's fine. So this is states, and just a moment. Then I'll visualize total sales, and I want it to still be on a table so that we all can see the figure. So if you take a look at what this guy has done, I didn't use the measure I just created or that Copilot created for me. This is the total sales for a point that it gave me. And when I visualize the state versus total sales, and you can see that, oh, this guy has actually gone inside the total, then filter out this one. I'll write just one measure. I need this guy to, let me show you on the table first. So let us see the staff. So there's a table called staff. So I want Copilot to go into the staff table and only give me what Olajide did every Monday and every Friday. That means that it will go into the total sales and look at the name of the staff, and then look at whatever happened in Mondays and Friday, and then it will use that to filter something back. So let's see how Copilot is going to undo that. Total sales for Olajide, who is the staff, for okay. Just trying to think of how to give him the instruction. Total sales for Olajide Idowu, for let's say Mondays, Mon, Monday, let's say Monday and Friday. Let's see. So sometimes if you give an instruction the way you ought not to, it would also then say, no, I didn't get it. But let's go and check the table, then we'll come back. Let's check the table for, there should be team dates. Okay. Oh, all right. I thought I have. Okay, let's see transaction. So I could use that. Okay. Let me change this. I thought I loaded the one with team date for the year for 20. Let me just put for 20 for 21 2012. Let's see if you will also be able to pick this from the dates table. Okay, from the date column. Oh, awesome. Good. So if I look at this, I just want to bring it closer to us. If you look at it, it has gone into the total sales for everyone or across is 56, but it has gone and filtered to say, just give me the total sales for where a staff name is Olajide and where the year from the date is 2012. So this is, I mean, it's giving me what Olajide contribute in that year called 2012. So I can say 2012 2112 Olajide sales. Just let me put it this way. And I commit it. The point here is that the beauty of this is I'm giving instruction to this and it's returning something back to me with ease. But you can't give everything to this guy. You still have to check. Just like I mentioned when we started to say, I asked Copilot to say, I want to go for a function. What should I do? Of course, it suggested some colors and some things, and I look at it. At the end of the day, maybe I pick 85% or 90% of what is suggested, and I put my own 10%, something like that. That means that you still need to, I mean, do all of those checks and not just take everything, right? So I could go on and do a lot of things, but this is just to let you know the power of Copilot. And just know that there is nothing that this guy will not be able to do as long as you have those information within your table or your data model, you will be fine. All right, I think I've committed this. So let's go to, so I believe we can see here. So I'm going to delete all of this just to show you the power of Copilot, which is an AI tool. So let's just do some visuals. Since I can still do the same in this space. This is Microsoft Fabric environment. I have seen Power BI interface in the same environment. So if I stay here and I come to insert tab, I'll see a group of AI visuals. I can begin to talk to. If I choose Q&A, Q&A is an AI visual that, just like you use Copilot now to do some of this calculation, I can also ask this guy for some things. I could say, okay, show me top 10 states. Well, let me just type top 10 top 10 states by total sales. Okay, just a moment. Oh, let me cancel that first. Top 10 states. All right. So these are, out of all the states, these are top 10 states. Top 10 states, and it has peak unit cost. So this is not what I want. I have to specify top 10 states by total sales. Good. So I could then just say as I could show with anything, but just I'll just show with pie chart. It may not be the appropriate one, but let's just say as pie chart. The point is whatever you give, then this guy responds. But I don't want it as pie chart. I want it as map. So if I will go with map, is going to come up and then show this on the map. So this is using Q and A. Let me move to key influencers. So key influencers would is also an AI visuals. In case you want to know what is making your sales to be high or low, you can always leverage on this. I'll be very fast. I'm sure that my other colleagues are also waiting so that I can finish and they come and do their own presentation. So what do I want? I want, let me just type total sales to make it very fast. So when I pull this guy is then saying you want to analyze what influences what. What influences total sales? Is it to increase or to decrease? Let's say I just want to see what uh, affect the increase. So I will just pick some things randomly just to check if they have major impact. Of course, most of those things would have impact, but we are talking about key, meaning that major impact if all of those things have major impact on this. So it's going to go through each of it and then quickly check if they have impact on this. Then I'll just pick randomly, just a moment. States. Okay. Now let me put this on focus mode. I'll click outside. I just want it to be very big. Now with what we have here, when I began to add, maybe those ones do not have major impact, reason it couldn't come up with something. So you're just trying to say, okay, you want me to show you what influences total sales to increase? I said, yeah, it's okay. Uh, one of the things that is affecting your sales to come up is when state is ebony. So you will use average to do this. The major point is that maybe you are struggling, maybe your company is struggling. All you need to do is to plug in the data, then you can leverage on some of these AI tools to say, okay, where should we, what are the main things that are affecting the business? I could also change the narrative to say, okay, which of these could affect or cause decrease? It's also going to go through them and it will return something. So it's just to let us know that there is no limit. As long as you have the data, this guy will be able to go in and do something. Let me also move to another one. Also, let me know how many minutes I have left. I want to pick the composition 3. Please, you can always let me know how many minutes I have left. So let me also pick, okay, it's fine. So this is Mr. Shea, kindly let me know so that I don't take everyone's time. Like I don't go and get into. Also, let's confirm if I'm still on the hair.
Yeah, you're top actually.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me come back to look at our faces. All right. So thank you so much. Right. So I'll stop sharing. Yeah, Mike
People,
is muted.
yeah, thank you for that demonstration. So I'll bring all the panelists back, and for the short thing here, I think we have people on the call too. Victoria is here too. So we're in the season of AI. She's so serious today. I hope we are good. Then we have Rashid has always been here. Then we have Osinachi has joined us. So we're talking about season of AI before you came. The first discussion we had was to look at the impact of AI to our local environment. That's the general talk. Then we looked at several things like MJ was able to let us see how impactful he has been on HR, onboarding people. Then Jude came with a classic um, a classic revelation that he used Copilot to describe what kind of clothes he can wear when he's going out. And he told us that was what he did for his official. So it shows us that Copilot can go beyond our expectation. So he has now demonstrated how we can use Power BI, Fabric, and also Power Apps. I think he used
It's Copilot to create table.
a table.
Yeah,
So
data table.
what do you see about the impact of this to our businesses before we go on to the second? The next 3 minutes we go on to this. 4 minutes we go on to the second demonstration. But what do you feel about this? What we can use this tool to do in the data space?
Okay, please confirm that you can hear me.
Yes, loud and clear.
Yeah,
All
yes.
right. It has been an insightful session, and I must say, AI is really helping us see things in different perspective. For a professional workspace, rather than spending so much time trying to figure out some things, for example, see how long it took us to create those tables
Mm,
with the columns and the specific column type, data type we're expecting, and all that. We now have time to spend on, I don't want to say creating tables is irrelevant, no, but we have more time to spend on relevant things rather than spending so much time. So there's time efficiency.
time.
We can get things done faster. I know how long it will take to go to Power Apps, go to Microsoft Database and start creating tables. And you have to define the table name, the column names. And with just prompts, we were able to do that and everyone saw it. So that number of minutes we've saved can be spent on something else. Or you can even use that time to relax. Yeah,
So
so time efficiency is key.
that is good to hear from you, Victoria, showing that for data people, for data engineers, data scientists, they can use the co-pilot to help them to save time, to be more efficient, and to create very valuable dashboard at the end without taking more time to get those data, reframe those data. Everything will be done for them. So, MJ, what do you have to say about this?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jide, for that wonderful presentation. I mean, it's awesome. And to my to Victoria, thank you so much for that insight. But so I think from my own end, my contribution will be such that it's amazing how just with a natural language processing, so to say, Jide can use the AI to analyze the text data, extract insight, and then you see how this can, at the end of the day, um, help him to have, I mean, enhance the data visualization for better understanding of the complex data that he was trying to show. Now, one of the things that I can take away from what he did was the fact that you can even forecast future trend using that data for, and then organization can actually use it for more of proactive decision making, and things like deeper insights, more accurate predictions is what you can bring out of that data, which will enhance decision making. At the end of the day, we even able to reduce things like fraud, you know, and all of that. So just looking at the fact that Victoria spoke about efficiency, the speed, and now he was able to complete that in just a few minutes, and we all can appreciate it. More importantly, is the fact that the insight is given. I can see the power chart he was able to display. I can make informed decision, I mean, business decision immediately from that. So that's one of the key things that I'm able to appreciate with that presentation. And we can't overemphasize really the truth about it is that with the evolution of these AI powered tools, I mean, with Copilot in place, organization will stand to benefit a lot. There is less time for you to gain insights. Imagine if on a normal day, Jide would have told them, probably give them a kind of project timeline to say, I mean, this 1 week we will clean the data, this one, we will do all of that. But now you see, in just few minutes, you can see, and then you can get insight immediately. And it's not only limited to just the data set, the size of the data set at the end of the day. No matter the volume of that data set, you can actually gain your insight real fast. So that's one of the cool things I can take away from this.
Yeah, thank you very much. And we'll be right back. The panelists will be back, but we want to give space for another demo. Now, it's going to be done by MJ herself. We want to see how Copilot can be used on M365. So we can now, although we have several of our speakers that have an issue with connecting to the platform, hopefully they will join us. But if not, the season will still go on. We are in the season of AI, and we give room to Jumoke now to take us another 25 minutes to show us how Copilot can help with M365. Thank you.
All right. So am I to start? See me facing the screen this way is because I have two monitors. So bear with me. I have to every now and then put my, and then so I have to be able to look. So I'm just going to be doing a quick demo actually on Copilot for M365. And then if there is anything, actually anything that, if you're a salesperson, a business development manager, or even what they call it, a an IT person, one of the things we dread so much is really what? Proposal. If you ask me, I'm always thinking of how I'm going to write proposal, how am I going to do that right now, and all of that. So it's one of the things that we usually dread so much on. But you see, one of the cool things that Copilot has, we used to say in Nigeria, yeah, Nigeria happened to you. But this time I will say Copilot happened to me. One of the things that Copilot has done for me is the fact of that I can ease all of that with just a few clicks. Now I'm just going to walk us through, and I'm going to share my screen real fast. I hope that I can. Let me see. Okay, entire screen. Yes. All right. Please, Shay, please can you confirm if you can see my screen? I just think I want to believe that you can see my screen because I can see it here also. So I'm just going to share that screen and then show you what Copilot can really do. Now, assuming as a business development manager, I want to tell my organization that our AI powered tools is working very well now in Nigeria, but let's expand to South Africa. And then I need to convince my manager as much as possible on the essence to say, let's go to South Africa. But one of the questions I know my manager is going to ask me is that, what's your presentation? Bring your business development documents. Let's see what are the risks, what are the challenges we need to actually watch out for. So then I really do not know how to go about this, but with Copilot, it will save my day. And one of the things I actually like to point out to a lot of people is that when people talk about Copilot, please, there is no dash between the co and the pilot. It is just one straight word, please. So I normally like to say that. So you see with my Word, just this is my Word document. And then I have this icon that I can say draft with Copilot. So what I'm going to do right now, because I have that already scripted somewhere so that I don't have to waste my time to start typing. So I'm just going to, let me do this. I'm just going to say, write a detailed proposal in expanding our AI-powered solution to South Africa, and I'm going to wait for it to generate. So this is going to generate a proposal for me in less than how many? You can see it's even giving me what executive summary with is. I mean, I can change the ABC company to the name of my organization. It's giving me like a generic template, and I can look at all of this and I can decide to say, oh, this is coming out in the way I want. It can tell me the product features and all of that. The market analysis is already giving me. I just want it to stop and I can go through it together. So in less than a minute, with a cup of coffee, me sipping my cup of coffee, or even attending to other things, I can wait for Copilot to do this for me. And like I said, Copilot is just like your AI virtual assistant. It's like an assistant. It might, but don't worry. I guess what is happening. So I'm just going to try. I can decide to say regenerate. Probably maybe my internet is misbehaving. I can just say regenerate. You can see some of the things it even generated for me is around risk and all of that. What I can do with this document, I can do a regenerate, or also do what, accept this document, if I am okay with it. But then I'm just asking it to regenerate because of that error. Actually, I would have just said probably maybe I want to allow it to go on and all of that. So it's giving me um, a market analysis, it's giving me the risk I need to be aware of, it's giving me all of those things that I can present to my manager. That, okay, come on, we're trying to do what? Expand our AI powered solution to South Africa. But listen, these are the challenges we need to go through. I just need to go through all of the documentation or all of the write up and see the ones, if it meets my requirement. All I need to do is to accept, or I can just do some kind of review on the document. And if I want, allow it. So the game changer for some of us that are like what, that are people that are tasked with writing proposal, business development managers, sales people, and then IT managers sometimes, that you need to write proposal. This is like a game changer for you. So I do not have. So what I want to do is to what, is to keep it. Now, when I keep it, you can see that it gave me a budget and a timeline even for the project if I want to actually expand to South Africa. And you can see everything. So let me do this. Yeah, let me make it. Okay. All right, let's do. Then he told me the strategies and all of that. Now, if I accept all of it, which is what I've accepted, I'm going to keep this document just for demo's sake. Let's assume that this document is enough and I want to accept it. All I need to do is just share this document. That is, I've accepted it. But assuming I want it to include probably maybe another page and all of that, I can ask question from Copilot here, and then all that matters is what is my prompt. I can ask question, I can give it more prompts. Probably maybe there are certain things I want to add into this document. But if I'm okay, I do not want to add, and because of time, I will just leave it. I will not ask any question. All I need to do is ensure that this document is what is shared. And once I share, I can share it in such a way that, let me give you the name to say it is proposal. Ensure that it's saved to my OneDrive. Proposal for AI powered solution to South to SA. And I click OK. Now, once this is saved in a minute, I know why that is. So because when you generate a document with Copilot, please bear at the back of your mind, when you generate a document with Copilot, you can see that it is saved in what? ODT. That's the format. So, but then I want it to be saved in Word. And then like I said, I want it to be on my OneDrive. So I save it. And once it is saved, all I need to do is that I copy that shared link. I just ensure that this is shared. As long as this shared is, I shared this document, I can just head over to my PowerPoint, which I'm going to search for right now. Just going to search for my PowerPoint, and then I bring up my PowerPoint. Just 1 minute. So this is my PowerPoint. And then I bring up my PowerPoint. This is my PowerPoint. I just bring up a PowerPoint and then I go back to the same Copilot. And then I want Copilot to generate a presentation for me. Because of course I'm not going to bore my boss with a lot of these I mean with what is inside the Word document. I want to make a presentation. If they are all on the C level, I want to make presentation too. So all I need to do is I just do what? Create a presentation from a file. Now, if you look at it, because I've already shared it, you already gave me a suggestion about the file I shared initially. So selecting this file and then just click the um, go icon. All I just need to do, like I said, continue to sip my cup of coffee, and then it creates a proposal out for me. Now that it creates, I mean, sorry, a presentation, a presentation out for me, and then it's going to do a breakdown of that presentation, do all of the necessary formatting. If I want a design, I can do the rest. If I don't like the way it comes out, I can do a bit of formatting. I can use Microsoft. I can use Designer to come up with some of the way it comes out, maybe in the slide, the way the slide comes out and all of that. So you can see all of these. I have my agenda, and you can see the way he said the strategies for expansion, market research, establishing local partnership and all of that. Then he gave me an executive summary that I can present. Remember, this is a high level presentation. Who are the people I want to present it to? So I can do all of this. All I need to do here is just to pick on my designer. When I come on designer is going to also, you know that designer is also an AI powered tool in Microsoft 365. And then those are, I mean, a lot of the solutions that Microsoft has put in place to make life very easy for you. Imagine me writing this proposal. It would have taken me like not maybe 3 to 5 days to come up with something. It would have also taken me, how am I going to do this presentation? To take me another maybe 1 hour for me to come up with all of the slides. But you see, I can pick any one that I want. I can come to each of to each of my slide, and then look at the ones that I feel suits me instead, and I pick it. And then all of that, it gives me, okay, maybe this one is okay, and on and on. I can do all of that. Now, this is just the cool thing about Copilot. Now you can see Copilot created. I use it in Word. Now I've come to PowerPoint to come and also use it. One of the things I used to tell people is to take care of is that there is also a note. Imagine when you're presenting and you want to sound very authentic. You don't want to sound like somebody that is reading. You have the Copilot showing you content. There is the original content that comes from the document, and there is a summarized content in the notes for you that you can actually use. So this is some of the cool things. So I can actually, instead of me using the original content to say our AI power solution is a cutting edge, no. I just say our AI solution is set to revolutionize business process in South Africa. You're sounding very professional, very fluent at the end of the day. And it is something that your boss just looks like, what, I mean, how come you transform overnight and all of that? So that is the cool thing about Copilot in Microsoft 365. Now let's assume there was supposed to be a business meeting that concerning this, all of that. I can also edge towards to my Microsoft Teams, and in my Microsoft Teams, I head over to my Microsoft Teams and also do what? Look for just let's say there's a weekly discussion on this. I'm just coming because I don't want just 1 minute. So So let's assume there is a meeting discussion on all of this with my business application and software engineering team. But unfortunately, I wasn't in that meeting. All I need to do is just go to my recap in my meeting all I need to do is just go to the recap. And then maybe from the recap, all I need to do is just get my meeting notes. Now, if I get my meeting notes, if I scroll down, I can actually see who says what and what. I can drill down to each of the project progress, what is happening, who is saying what, and all of that. I can come to my co-pilot and ask questions on it also, and even look at the prompts it can give me. Maybe say recap the meeting so far, and it can generate all of that. I don't need to be in the meeting to get all of this, and I can get that as much as possible just in a few clips. Those are the things that Copilot can do for me. So it allows me actually to do what? To focus on something more important, and then, work very smartly and get to work immediately. So that's just around the co-pilot. Now let's look at it and say probably maybe this project has been approved by my C level, and then my C level people have approved the project, my executive have approved the project, and we want to start this project. One of the cool things that you can do is just for you to head over again to what? To your Microsoft Teams. To Microsoft Teams, and then planner within Teams. I just want to come up with what? With a planner for the project. What I need to do is this. I add up to planner. So if you come to apps, you will see where you go to apps, you can search for planner, but I already have it pinned on this side. So I just need to look at planner. And what am I going to do with planner? I just want it to come up with a project timeline for the execution of this project. Now, execution of this project in South Africa, I don't know how to. I just need ideas. Now, you see me as a business, because I'm acting in multiple roles. I've acted as a business development manager. I've acted also as an IT manager or a sales manager that says, oh, this is where we need to expand. Now, this has been handed over and it has been concluded, but it's now handed over to the project management, to the project manager. And the project manager, with the use of co-pilots, just decide to say, okay, I have this, but can I come up with a plan? And with co-pilot, I just need to look at this premium. So if I click on new plan, I have the basic one that comes with planner. But with Copilot, you have this that comes with what? Copilot with a premium. I just need to click on this. And once I click on it, I can give my project a name. So I'll say generate, let me see, project plan for AI powered solution in essay. So, and I can decide if we have a Teams group already that we have already started the discussion. I can actually add this to a group, but I do not want that. So all I just need to do is just create it, and once I create my my plan, you can see the efficiency. I'm trying to borrow the words from Vicky. You can see the efficiency. Everything in a minute is created in less than 1 hour. I have done all of this. The project manager is doing his work. So you can see he created this plan for me, but that is not all. I still have the icon for what? The co-pilot here. And then with the co-pilot, I can actually ask it question. I can say what? I can say what? Create task, or what? Give me a task. So let's look at everything that from the let me first do this. Let's look at everything from the planner perspective. I have what? I can view the board. I've not added anything. I can view timeline. There is not yet. I can view charts. I can view people that are assigned. I can create goals. But then I want to go back to my co-pilot on planner. And then the co-pilot I'm going to say is that create a project plan and task. I'll create project task. Sorry. And then let's see what it's going to do with creating the project task. And then we can see what the project task is going to create for me, and I is going to add everything in less than. You can see. Please tell me if life is not easy. I'm telling you, one of the cool things I've seen is that I told myself that I'm not going to age on time on IT with the help of Copilot. Yes, it's quite funny, but then I tell myself every day, I said, if this is the way work has been 15 years ago, I don't think that a lot of people would have been afraid of joining IT as a career. I mean, joining the tech, taking tech as a career. But you can see what has happened here. What has just happened here is that it does all of this for me. Now I can decide to say create a task. You can see it's giving me prompts. It is all about natural language. Can you see I have not done any line of code in all of these things that I've done? I have just been doing what the with the help of me just saying the same English I'm speaking, natural language, just speak it to Copilot, and that is what it's doing. So I can use the suggestion. You said what? Create a task to schedule a what? A kickoff. So let's see what's going to happen with that. I mean, let's say I was going to create the task to do what? To schedule a kickoff. And we can see that also at the end of the day that is going to do what? Create it. Now, I can go to, you see, it's telling me, okay, I've created the task to schedule, go to grid. Now, if I go to grid, you can see this is the grid. And then in the grid, let me see, let me bring it down more. Let's close this. So in the grid, I can actually see the task to do what? To schedule a kickoff. And then I can go back to my Copilot again. And I can go back to my Copilot again and I say what? Generate goals for this. Generate goals for the project. What are the business goals we intend to achieve, and what goals can I match to each of the tasks or the items of the plan that I've put in place. Then I can do all of that, and I'm going to go also to my word. It's going to create that. It's going to generate goals, and I can go in there also and do what, and check it. So let's look at it again. You see, it tells me, okay, here you go. I generated goals for the project plan for this, and I can go to goals. And then you can see all of the goals that it has generated. On board 1,000 active users within 2 months, it means that when you tell your manager that you're expanding to a new territory, one of the things they will tell you is this: okay, give us a forecast. What is it going to be like in the next 4 months? What are you bringing in? What are the strategies for you to bring in this number of users? And then we say, what? These are the goals it looked at. On board 1,000 active users within 2 months. Now, all I need to do is do what? Add a tax to it. I can do what? Connect a tax, sorry, in all of these tasks. And the task is where I can look for a task that is appropriate here to do what? To say probably maybe deploying AI solution to production, or and then probably gather user, or add this tax to it, and then you will see that that tax is already added to what? To deploy. You can see the tax under it of 10,000. All of those things is what I can do. So as a project manager today, my life is a lot easier, a lot easier working with Copilot. So I've been able to show you today what Copilot can do for you as a business development manager, how it is changing the narrative around business development departments in organization, what is helping you to do, how it can actually help you also in areas around proposal and all of that. And again, around market research, because with AI applications in business development, just like Copilot, you can actually have a very extensive market research through AI for trend analysis and opportunity identification, so to say. You can also have what is referred to as competitive analysis using machine learning to track industry changes and all of that. And then at the end of the day, you can use CRM. I don't know whether any of you know about Copilot for Sales. That is tightly integrated with CRM. And then with the CRM enhancements with AI, you can actually have what is called a word, improved client interaction. And so before I may hand over to Sheyi, because I know my time will soon be up, I just want to quickly talk about how Copilot as up right now in terms of project management. Now, if you look at what we've done in project management, you can see that with project planning, Copilot has helped me for task scheduling, for resource allocation. Yes, I didn't talk about resource allocation. So you can see here that I have people here, and I can actually, you can see all of the buckets that I have. So I can actually do what? Assign to each of the plan. Let me go back to my grid and the notes. Let me go back to my board. So I can do what? I can assign tasks to, let's say I assign this task to Olajumoke myself. And then each of my team members can know what tasks they are supposed to. I can actually monitor my timeline, looking at the timeline for each of the for each of my words, for each of my team members. If there is anybody falling behind, then or lacking behind, so to say, I can be on top of them immediately. So one of the things that a lot of people do say is that, oh, we have, when you're running a project, you have to run an enterprise project, yes, with solutions like Microsoft project. Well, fine, but for a small organization, really, you can actually make use of Planner. And then with the planner, once you have the E5 or you have the planner version 5, actually, the E5 license, you can actually use all of these. Shea, I know my time is up. And so I'm going to yield back. And then in terms of, I think the last thing I want to quickly show is actually for me to use Copilot to do what? To generate risk. Okay, see, I already have that. Create a risk bucket or create at risk bucket for this project. So it can actually help me to do what? Define my risk immediately. Around collaboration, I can also use AI to do what? To collaborate with the rest of my team, because at that I can be able to see all of my team members that are assigned, and we can do our work immediately. So thank you guys. I hope this has been very helpful. If you're not using Copilot already, please start using. If your organization is not using it, I want to believe that with this presentation, you can actually convince your organization to start using Copilot. Thank you. Shay, over to you.
Thank you very much, MJ. You have taken us through a journey that now we have, before the next presenter come, we have like 5 minutes or more to discuss this. And she took us from the journey of using Copilot for Word, creating content, proposal, to initiating a conversation, even in our collaboration mode, to teams, to call up people for a meeting and to schedule those meetings. And it takes further to now begin to develop, provide the projects using Planner. Now, finally, now help us to look at how to manage even the resource allocation. Guys, the season of AI, what else can we do with this? Let's come local now. Jumoke has shown us some high level highlights. How do we bring it home to businesses, to offices? How they can use this? It doesn't, it's not about you having a big establishment, a big workforce now. Even as a small startup, you can optimize your business with this. So let's discuss. Let's start with the lady. The lady has spoken. Let's start with the guy now. Jide, what do you feel? Because we are coming from MJ. We cannot go to Victoria. I don't know. So many of our speakers are not here. I think they're having hard time connecting. I don't know what's wrong with the network, or probably it's restricted. But let's
It's
do it.
awesome. Let's confirm. Confirm you can hear me first. Just to be sure.
We can hear you. Yes.
Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes. We can hear you.
We
can hear you.
Before we started, I mentioned two things. I talked about asking that guy for what to wear, and I talked about proposal.
Yeah.
Now, the dimension that MJ went, not only creating proposal. See, it's not flattery. This thing has come to make our lives better, because you can't imagine how everything is also interconnecting to one another. So interconnectivity of all of these things also make life very easy. So, I mean, just telling writing a word and say, come up with a
A
proposal.
proposal
And they generated that. Let me shock you. You know that proposal that I shared
with your
with you that we
boss.
drafted?
Yeah.
It's Copilot that did everything from
Yeah.
beginning to the end. And sincerely, so anyone that is not leveraging, because is I don't want people to think that we put tweet or honey in our mouth. These are things that we have we've been using, we have tested, and everyone wants something that will make life easier for them. Look at what MJ did with Planner, asking questions and telling me risk, telling me this. These are things that you have to think about before. These are things that you even report to your line manager, they will say, go back and redraft this. But this guy is giving you several suggestions. And you think that I've not leveraged on this to make life easy. And it doesn't matter the number of staff or the number of the capacity of that company. If my point is that it's just too much. It's just too loaded. You write in Word. Of course I know the design in PowerPoint, but look at all of those wonderful things. You know that before you have to go and be inserting image, the
Yes.
generation of those things
Generative.
yourself, and now be doing infographics. So look at this guy. Infographics is now coming naturally into this. So it's just awesome. It's wonderful for lack of words. The
Yeah.
point is that Teams, Planner, and the interconnectivity is just so awesome. And Power Word document, Word, now interpreting all of this and showing tables and showing. So all I would say is that everyone should leverage AI this season. Everyone should leverage AI.
Everyone.
If you lead me, I will continue. I've experienced some things that I don't stress myself. For you to know, I downloaded Copilot on my phone. That if I'm not on the laptop and they're asking for XYZ, on the go, there is no excuse. There is no, I don't know what to do. Even Copilot, let me not go. I say I'm asking Copilot to write a square code and Copilot to write a square code. I'll just copy and then I'll just do it.
I think there's a
So it's
question
just so awesome.
online. There's a question online for MJ. He said, please share the link of Planner. Just
And
as James,
Copilot.
Planner of God, just
Okay.
spread it. So it's
Okay. So
Oka.
the truth about it is that Copilot is not about sharing the link. So there is the free version of Copilot and it's a paid service. So you have to buy it. I'm sure that before the end of the show we can actually show you some of the ways you can purchase it. You can purchase by individual and all of that. And also the Copilot for Planner, though is in preview, but it's something that you can start using to make life very easy for you. And then to purchase that also, I think if you have Planner, the version 5 is where you get it. And if at all, Planner is part of the apps you have with Microsoft, your Microsoft Office tools. So you can check for Planner, you will see it there. But the one that comes with Copilot, if you want to see the one with the Copilot, you have to buy you have to have a license for the version 5. So, but I think a lot of the benefits outweighs the costing, to be honest. I mean, you can imagine giving your project manager this to work with, and I mean, let me talk about this. I mean, let me digress a little bit. We're discussing the other day. I was in a forum, and then the discussion was around how can we use AI to correct or to address a lot of the I staff turn over. How will I put it? A lot of organizations are facing that. And then we was in a discussion, and then somebody just brought up I mean, that question that can AI help us to assist? All of us laughed about it. How can AI? And that's asking too much. But on the second thought, I went back to sit and I looked at it that okay, let's assume I have 4 people already working on something like this, and then if 2 people leave and it remains 2 people, and then instead of me to bother or to kill myself to say, oh, the workload on these two people now will now be added. But if I give them an assistant in Copilot that can help them to reduce the workload, they work smarter. It means that I was reading something today, an organized a US company is laying off about 1,800 users for them to invest in AI power too. So they're laying off staff of 1,800. And then you see that organizations are beginning to think that, okay, since this is the trend that is going, why don't I rather invest in AI power to start doing some of those work for me? Because all I need to do is just speak to the AI, and then I only need to check for accuracy to say, okay, maybe even if there is a little bit of discrepancy around what is given, at least it will be to some minima, and then I can use that to cater for um, the high staff turnover that I'm getting. So I begin to think about it also and say, okay, I think it makes idea. Let me start looking at it. And then you look at this. Imagine my project manager doing this work, and then he's still trying to think of how you're going to. Oh, is the project plan ready? Is the timeline? The customer needs it, and he said, okay, we're ready in 2 days, but in few minutes he's able to get it done. Would it feel better that life is making, I mean, life is easier for him? But your question, Owunka, I guess, we can share with you the link and then the various means of how you can get co-pilots and then the one for planner. I hope that helps. Yes, I like to talk too much, so call me to order when I'm going overboard, please.
We still have 9 minutes before the next speaker, which is Victoria, come up.
Okay.
But however, I want us to quickly, in the 9 minutes, to talk about some other aspects that people are really conscious about. One,
Yeah.
initially when we're talking about governance
Okay.
and responsibility, let's talk about that. Let's talk about security.
Yeah.
So let's start with security.
Okay.
People are afraid that when
Mhm.
you invest, like that company that is laying off
Mhm.
several of the staff to invest in AI,
Mhm.
what is the future for it if um, someone can easily span up one code into the data and try to inject into the AI to make a miscalculation? What do you think Microsoft is doing to ensure that security is put in place?
Okay.
Let's just have that
Absolutely.
discussion before we go to responsibility, governance, and uh,
Yeah.
responsibility.
All right, thank you so much, Shei. So one of the things that I think I don't yes, I'm not advertising my program, but I will say it on this call. There is this C-suite corner with MG that I used to have, and then one of the guys that have come to the program, I think from very very informed C levels in in companies, in organization, in different industries, and then the discussion borders around also sometimes around security, privacy, and all of that. So first thing I want to talk about, when people talk about AI taking their job, I think the first thing you need to know is that AI will only AI will not take your job away, but the people that know how to use AI are the ones that are actually going to take your job away. So imagine even that company laying 1,800 staff, whatever AI tool that they are going to build is not going to self-initiate itself, so to say. Maybe there might be some that they build that they just speak to and all of that, but there are to some extent there will still be some set of people to interact with it, and those set of people that knows how to use the AI tool are actually the ones that are going to take your job. Imagine if I know how to use my co-pilot very well, know how to give it the right prompts, learn the prompts engineering aspect of artificial intelligence very well, and I can tweak and use the prompt engineering aspect very well, I will have an advantage against you that does not even know it. And then the relevance of my content to meet the requirements of my audience would be such that when it is in contrast to what you will be delivering, I'll be at a better at an edge over you, so to say. So one thing I'll say is that Do not get scared to say, oh, AI is going to take my job. I keep telling people that be more intentional to say that let me learn how AI functions so that when I learn how AI works, I can understand the behavior of AI. I can understand the risk that is associated with AI. I can be a step ahead immediately. And then I can still be relevant in my own place of work. That is the whole idea. And I keep telling people the idea to say, oh, something is dangerous or this is a denial of it does not mean that the potency for you to be left behind in the train that is moving. If it is a blue or a red train, you will be left behind. That's the truth about it. So be more intentional about learning the skills around AI. That's one. Now let's come back now to the facts. The elephant in the room or in all discussion around privacy. One of the things that I will encourage organizations to do is that a lot of times, not only with AI, any new tools that are built, there's supposed to be some form of governance framework or policy that guides the usage around that solution. So a lot of time, just like my brother David Okeyode said the other day, he said a lot of time we jump first into using the solution, and down the line that's when we now start thinking about, oh, what are the governance, what are the framework that we need to put in place to even guide the usage of this. But a lot of time we've already jumped into it, and then we've used it not even understanding the risk that is involved. Now, my other brother again, David Brown, said AI hallucinates, and it is true, it does hallucinate. It will tell you there are certain things that AI will tell you that may not be true. So the it is very important that whatever AI system that you're building needs to be transparent enough, just like what Microsoft, the responsible AI use of that policies or practice that Microsoft has brought up. It should be transparent enough that it should be understandable. There is no need you bringing up an AI to today that the organization that you want them to use it, that they will not be able to understand what you're bringing in. Those are some of the principles that around AI you should put in place. AI tools should be what transparent. Let everybody in the organization understand what the system, when they understand, they can adopt to using it easily. It should
Thank
also what be reliable, and it should guarantee you safety. Teach your people safety around the use of AI. Tell them there is a need for education. Yes, I know my time is up. There is a need for education around AI.
you.
Please ensure that you train your people on how to use it. Just don't dump it on them. Let them know the pros and cons of using AI. Shay, I'm so sorry. Please take it
No,
from
no,
here.
no, no. It's good. So we are bringing Victoria in some few minutes up to come
Okay.
and give us another side of AI. However, I want to bring someone also. His name is Daniel. He is actually an AI advocate. He might not be from the Microsoft space, but I have to bring someone from the other side to even come and tell us at the season of AI, what
Mm-hmm.
does it feel, how we can make things happen in our locality. So we are talking of, we just have 2 minutes. We are talking of security. So I give Jide 1 minute, I give Daniel 1 minute before Victoria comes up. What do you think we can do on trying protecting our data when we are deploying AI?
Well,
Um,
my point still remains the same, and
Okay.
MJ also confirmed, or she talked about that when new things come around, or when new things are created, people are scared. It is not today, so people are scared that, oh, it's just like when you move to a new environment, you still you are not sure if the security in that place is tight, if it is okay, but some people will actually go ahead and always confirm what is the situation around or work around. I want to assure everyone, or I want to say this emphatically to say, Microsoft is always working around the clock to ensure data privacy. We know that GRC is very important. So data safety is a major concern, but I need us to be rest assured that all of these things that are coming up, also people that create this thing, they are also coming up with better security. So I would just say, let us relax. There is no
Okay,
cause for
Daniel.
good.
Daniel,
Thank you.
1 minute. Security with AI solution, and how do we manage it in a Nigerian economy?
Hey, so sorry guys, I went to speak at PyCon Nigeria, so that's why I'm joining late. So, um, when you mean like using AI to solve security issues, right?
No, whether way, when you develop AI solution, what do you put in mind, especially in terms of security? What are the measure you can put? Whether you want to use AI to solve security problem, or what can you put on your model to secure your data that is being used? Like just discussing, just a discussion. What's your
It's
opinion
just
about that?
discussion about data security around the use of AI.
AI.
If I give AI my information, I hope it's secured. Should I be afraid? So,
Ah, I see. That's a big thing that we are all thinking about. Like, we feel like AI is gonna play make the world destroy. But I know in as much as there's a lot of curiosity about security, we must also know that AI cannot get smarter than we are. I know we are scared of like AI is going to wake up one day and destroy things. But look at ChatGPT for example. ChatGPT is almost like doing what we humans can do, but it is doing it in the most simpler way. I mean to say, if I want to search for, at some point I stopped searching for something on Google because I know ChatGPT. If I want to search for how to cook, ChatGPT will go to Google and search for how to cook on Google. I'm just using an example and give you the best answer from how to cook. So it just summarizes it for me. You get it? So ChatGPT is a result of human intelligence. So at the end of the day, we are the one training the AI model for it to be smart to do things the way we want it. This question you're asking is very tricky because it is something that we are still scared of in the AI space till now, security, you know. But we are yet to reach that stage where AI is going to have super intelligence. We are seeing the narrow intelligence part of AI. So um that question is
Thank you,
yeah.
Daniel. So, Daniel, just hold your thought. We want to bring someone that want to do a lab. Then we are coming back on this discussion on security, responsibility of AI, and how do we make it happen, especially in West Africa, for our own product, because we are not just talking about this product, we are talking of how we are talking about how we can use it HR. We saw how somebody can even use it for dressing today. So we are seeing several ways we can impact this. So Victoria, the floor is yours. How do we use AI? So Victoria will come.
Okay, so we've heard a lot about AI. Heard a lot about co-pilots, and today I'm also going to be showing you how co-pilots can be used in Microsoft Power Apps. So aside co-pilots, in Microsoft Power Apps, we also have the AI Builder, but today we're going to be focusing on co-pilot. I'm going to share my screen. Please let me know when you can see my screen. Okay. Please confirm that you can see my screen when you can. Okay, I think the screen is up. So I'm going to go ahead. My name is Victoria Egoyan and I'm a senior Power Platform developer and all that details about me. So yeah, we'll not be dwelling so much. We've heard a lot about Power Platform, heard a lot about Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agent. But today, and some people might also be wondering, oh, what's people have been saying AI, AI. What does AI mean? It's actually artificial intelligence. and don't allow the word scare you. AI is profoundly transforming various fields, driving innovation and efficiency, and also new capabilities. AI has literally come to stay. So for you to be able to follow the trend, join in the trend, you have to learn how to use this tool. MJ has said it all. AI is not coming to take your job. No, because it can't. It is those that know how to use artificial intelligence that would take your job. So for AI and the Microsoft Power Platform, we've looked at how we can use the Copilot to create tables and also analyze that data. So yes, it enhances data insights. You can automate complex processes using the Microsoft Power Platform and AI. You can also develop intelligent apps. Today, that's what we're going to focus on. And with the Microsoft Copilot, you can create smart chatbots. So you don't have to spend so much time doing this. We literally saw the previous session, and today we're also going to see the session that pertains to developing intelligence application. So I'm just going to go straight into Microsoft's Power Platform, and I don't know if everyone can see my screen clearly. Try and zoom out. But yeah, this is Microsoft Power Platform, and I've moved to the apps tab. So what I need to do is create a new application. I'll click on new app. We have other options. Do I want to start with data, start with a page design, start with an app template? So I want to start with Copilot, and I'm literally starting with prompt. All I have to do is input what I want to build. So for this session, we're going to be building an asset management solution. Now, some of us might be wondering, what's asset management solution? Asset management would help you, is a solution that would help you keep track, logs, inventory of your assets in the organization and how it is being allocated. Some of us have work in organizations rather that would allocate laptops, monitors to you when you join the organization. Sometimes these assets have to be labeled, and there's also the need to keep a log of who this particular asset was assigned to. So that's literally asset management. And what I'm going to tell Copilot is, because if you look at the screen, it's saying what should your app collect, list, or show. Now, one thing we need to know is your prompts, the way you prompt your generative AI or conversational AI is the result you get. You don't have to speak so much English. You don't have to confuse the AI with your prompt. Just make sure you are speaking to someone in front of you, and you're speaking in a very simple language. So I'm just going to say an asset management system for an organization called Victoria Ventures. Let's do it like that. And I'll just click enter. Now, when you're creating an asset management solution, the first thing you should know is there's supposed to be a table, because how do we take records of the kind of assets we have, the name of the asset and all. So there's also supposed to be an asset ID, because how we can have so many laptops, the same name, the same specification, but how do we identify that this laptop is a particular one that was assigned to Victoria? So yes, there's supposed to be asset ID. And see how long it took Microsoft Copilot to create this table for us. You can decide to make modifications, edit the table properties, edit the name. So I can say, oh, I don't want to call it asset management system. For example, if my organization has a customized name already or a brand name for that solution, I can decide to rename the table before it is being created. This is the asset ID. And if you notice, it is smart enough to tell us that, or to create a column that the numbers are going to be increasing. So the first asset is A001. You can decide to modify this column and say, oh, I don't want it to start with A. I don't want it to be a three-digit number. I need to increase it because we can have assets over this number. So it can be more than this. You can edit the column. This is the asset name, this asset category. It was smart enough to create category for assets for you. The location where that asset is currently is, or where that asset is at that moment, and the date it was purchased. You can even decide to say, oh, I can it have the um value of the asset. So yes, we can say, yeah, this is the value. This is if it is in use or not. I can decide to say, oh, can we have a column? Can you add a column that will be for the person this asset, for the person this asset is assigned to. So it's going to take a while. So the asset table has been updated, and let's check what update did it make. So this is asset ID, this is the value, and this is assigned to. Assigned to is currently a single line of text. I can decide to say, oh, I need it to be a lookup to the users table so that when on the app, I don't need to start typing in, because two people can be Sarah Brown in the organization. But if we're looking up to the users table, it is unique. And after I've created my table, what's next? Just click on create app. This would take a while to load, and we would see for ourselves that our app has been created. While we're waiting for this to load, there's aside Copilot in giving a prompt to create your application, while you're also building around where you would write your formulas, because Power Apps allows you to write Excel-like functions. We call it the Power FX. When you're writing your formulas, Copilot can also help you review your code, tell you or explain what that line of code is doing, literally. Sometimes I might not be the one that built an application and I need to support the application. I don't have to categorically go through the code one by one. I can tell this is still loading, but if you look closely at this, you see I can tell Microsoft Copilot to interpret a bunch of code and explain what that particular code is doing. See, literally, Microsoft Copilot or AI in general has come to stay and made life easy. I know how long it will take me to build an application with this screen. I need to work on the design. I need to probably reach out to designers to say, okay, draft me a design for this application. But now the application has been created in how many minutes? I can decide to say, oh, now that this application has created, this color does not fit into my brand color. You can do all that modification yourself. But yeah, the application has been created, the table has been created in the database, and we have all this. If I decide to add new records, I'll play my app. I decide to add new records, I'll click on the new button. It would create a form. I give it a new asset name, fill the form, and that is literally it. Copilot at work. We really need to embrace artificial intelligence, because if you don't, you'll be left behind. And we are humans. We need to make use of technology. Technology, they say, oh, technology is here to make life easier for you. Why spend so much time trying to fix things, or so much time trying to do something when you can do that in less hours or less minutes? Yes, I didn't have to spend so much time building this app, and my app is here live and direct. I can decide to make any modification I want, and I push the app to production or push it to sandbox so that process owners in the organization can test. I'm going to be stopping here, and would give room for questions. Some of us might be wondering, how is this possible? Is this magic? It's not magical. You also, I clicked on buttons, just prompts, conversation, and we built our app. Okay, I need to confirm that I'm still audible and Mr.
Yes, you
Shea
are.
can hear me.
We can all hear you. We are coming
Okay.
back so that we can continue the conversation. And from what you just showcased now is just a simple way of building an app without cracking the bone. Just prompt the
Literally.
co-pilot. Yeah, literally prompt the co-pilot, and the co-pilot start developing the application. So please, um, before Victoria came, we were talking of security. We also mentioned governance, but what she has done now, what do you guys feel about using AI? We're in the season of AI to build application ASAP without. I think she did it within uh 15 minutes. Please,
No,
Mr. Ajide, you are
less than
here.
15 minutes.
Less than
She was just talking to explain it. She did everything less than 15
so
minutes or too
please
much.
let's just contribute to this. We are talking of we are in the season of AI. What do we feel we can do better? Now she has she was Victoria was able to create an application, an app for people in process, for people in quality assurance to test within 15 minutes. What does that depict to us? What is that telling us about the future?
It's telling me I will I still have job as a developer.
Ironically. So, more contribution.
I think it's telling me, if you ask, it's telling me how to work smarter.
Okay.
And then it's just telling me the endless possibilities that we have with the use of AI tools in our different work. Imagine the how will I put it? The notion that for you to join IT or tech, you have to know how to code and all of that. This is, I think, what we'll just be teaching people today is prompt engineering. Know how to structure your prompts, know how to write your natural language very well, and then the possibility is endless. You can build anything from scratch, and then in less than 30 minutes you can build something that will solve problem. So I think that is my own takeaway from what she has just done.
Okay.
Everybody today is welcome to join tech.
Yeah.
Even the
Well,
woman on the road that is selling can actually join. If only she just know how to, even if it is far. If you put co-pilot on our phone and she just chat and say, let me create an app
an app
to
to
record
keep
my
track of
sales.
my sales.
Exactly. And then he
Well,
creates it for the
well,
person.
well.
So the possibility is endless. I guess. I think that's my own take from it.
Well,
Okay.
sincerely, in
You,
addition
you,
to what you've said,
you know what this is
what what
telling me?
what I will
What
say
this is
is that
telling me on behalf of someone is what have I been doing before now? Why am I walking backward into the future? That's it. So that's the message to someone on this call to say, because if she can be done in less than 10 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll be struggling to use 30 hours to do this, I think that life
Yeah.
has changed.
well, the
Yeah.
simple truth remains one: as a user, not a developer now, as a user,
Mm-hmm.
you can easily get your own application done to your tastes. Because one of the
Exactly.
challenge we always have is this: the user needs to talk to a developer to help him write a program to solve his problem. And at the end of the day, they will keep going forth and back. No, this is not what I. Since you are the owner of the solution of the process, you know your expectation. then pick up the tool, compose your prompt and let it give you the solution, then start using it. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now what we are saying now is that in this season of AI, we should not be scared that AI is taking our job. But we should know that we now need to upskill ourselves to know how to do prompting. Because can you imagine I'm selling clothes or selling something by the roadside. I just take my phone and said, Copilot, help me to track how much I'm selling to on WhatsApp. And the guy start building the app for me. As simple as that. So with this kind of there's a common saying in vernacular that easy money na in dey run belle. Sorry, I'm going vernacular. So now this is like easy money that AI is giving us, but
Well, is it really running
eh,
belly?
does it really going to run our belly in future? I don't want to call MJ, I want to call GD. Is it going to run our belly before MJ comes up? Do you
This
think this
one,
easy money
this
will
one
run
has
our belly?
this one has defeated our proverbs. This one is
Okay.
not running belly. This one is
That's
making
funny
life
to see.
easy and is a big cash cow right now. Just
Mm.
imagine Victoria is doing this for someone that has no knowledge of this. Of course, now they will pay her, but she's done in 10 minutes, but she will just give you tolerance. You get it in 1 week.
But MJ, you remember as an IT person, when you go to a site and you just do the work in less than 30 minutes, what did they say? They will say, oh, easy. They will not pay you. Do you think they will pay you? Please let us be realistic with what you are saying now. They will say, oh, easy, I'll anybody go shit. Sorry, I'm speaking vernacular. I don't know what I'm speaking. You guys know what Victoria has made me to speaking vernacular now. So the point the point I'm making actually is that it shows us that AI is simplifying things and is making to look as if the job is very easy. In those
Well,
days, IT
Sheyi,
persons are,
it
yeah,
might
go
look
ahead.
easy. It might look
Yeah.
easy, but don't forget, this is a co-pilot,
Y-
not the main pilot.
Yeah.
So the
So
main guy
that's
still needs to put in some
mhm.
functionality in place.
Yeah. And I think
So
for organization today, I think most organization we actually appreciate speed and efficiency other than saying that I'm using hours to work. Now,
that's
I
it.
mean, I'm using days to work or months to work to achieve what I want to achieve. At the end of the day, the organization still needs to be trained on how to use it. So even if they need to, people needs to be trained to use the solution. The edge you have today is the fact that you know how to use the tool, and that is why it looks easy. If Victoria does not
Yeah,
know how to use the tool, the other person will go the traditional way to start building an app and then taking
definitely.
time and all of that. And there are different use cases. That's one thing we all need to understand so that it's not as if, oh, now we do this and then it eliminates the relevance of having someone. That still needs, I mean, these are quick app that you can build. There will be those kind of enterprise app that at the end of the day still require you as a human being to draw up to do the architectural design, to do all of the things around the structure and all of that. Even though AI can help you a bit with it, maybe Copilot can help you on that to achieve all of that, maybe around the planning. But then it is not left to for Copilot. If Victoria does not write the prompts, Copilot will be looking at it to say what do I want to do. That's the truth. So there's still that part. But I feel that organizations today, with how AI is moving, we appreciate better the fact that AI is moving to a speed, I mean, to a stage where speed is of essence. You're cutting down on time, on development. You're giving them real time answers to their problem or solutions to their problem. And that will make us still relevant, Sheyi. Don't worry. Just
Yeah.
but I'll tell you this. Ensure that you have sealed your deal before you use the Copilot to solve the problem. So like I have a book.
Because if you are not seeing your deal and you just do they say okay, they'll just go and call Ibrahim. Ibrahim, where you dey? Please come. Do you know anything about co-pilot? Come. I'll
But
put price the money.
Microsoft is always preaching that their goal is to help every organization or every person on earth
Yeah,
to do what, to
on
solve
that.
their problem, to make life very easy. So that's the whole thing. At the end of the day, relevance will come forth. I think where you asked the question, in this part of the world, where should we be
Mhm.
focusing on? I think we
Yes.
should be focusing on how we will use AI power to solve our own problems. Let's look at the problems that are peculiar to us in the Africa or even in Nigeria setting. Talk about smart energy. How can we use AI today to solve problem around smart energy? Talk about things like vandalization of oil pipelines. How can we use AI tools to detect earlier enough when people are vandalizing it and all of that? Talk about food, agriculture. How can we use AI today to predict or to forecast crop or even diseases among animals and all of that? So those are the endless possibilities. I keep telling people, look within, look around you, look at the Nigeria system, look at the African system, and see what how can we use AI. So we start developing AI tools. And I
Yeah.
like the fact that Microsoft also even put in place this um, startups founder, the startups founder, and that particular program is actually helping a lot of startups to look at how they can now start seeing AI to build solutions that they can start selling in the health sector. AI can play very well. So, as much as possible that people have concerns around AI and all of that, I used to tell people that why don't you look at the opportunities you can tap into, look at the
What did you do?
problems around you, and then see how we can use AI to solve it. And then we
Yeah.
can build, yes, we can build solutions that are tailored to our own use case in Africa, in Nigeria, that we can use AI to solve it. And then as we build those solutions, we are not leaving behind security, we are not leaving behind privacy, because we know how it is peculiar to us. And like I used to say, security is a relative discussion.
Yeah.
From the beginning has when security has been an issue. So it's not because AI is introduced now that security is an issue. The only thing, it might just be amplified, but ensure that
Okay.
you see how you will do what, keep your
Okay.
system more secured.
There's a question here, and Emmanuel is in the studio. I think he was able to join at
All right.
last. Emmanuel, can you answer the question there? Hello, Emmanuel. Okay, Emmanuel. I thought I heard his voice now. Okay,
Mm.
There's a question here asking us how we can use AI to eradicate tourism in our society.
No,
No
terrorism.
Te-
terrorism, not tourism.
Terrorism, sorry,
Terrorism.
terrorism. Yeah, terrorism.
That's to
And
get rid of Boko Haram. Abi.
before that, I I I was in a seminar,
Mhm.
and I saw that several things we can use this AI to build. Someone was
Mhm.
talking about, I don't know how many of you cook there. There are some people that are good in cooking. Especially there is one lady, she cook, this ofada rice, the stew. The lady cooked it and she packaged it in some container. If that one can use AI to start doing marketing for her, because she is selling it not as you are selling those things, just like go to the store. I just want of other sauce. Ready made, just get rice, get bread, just pour it like fast food. Is that not the way they started fast food? So several things we can develop through using AI and using it for our own sales and marketing track. So going back to the question um, by Francisca, she said, how can we use AI to eradicate tourism? I start with Victoria.
Terrorism.
Terror,
Terrorism.
terrorism.
Yeah.
Tourism
Okay.
is in my brain. Maybe we should answer that. How can we use AI to solve terrorism?
Okay.
Tourism
I
is
think
Tourism.
I think if I can help here for the terrorism part of it, yeah, so I think it is more of using the predictive analytics or to use predictive analytics to actually determine those areas where you find that you have more of terrorist attack and all of that. It may sound very vague, but I mean data that we collect today are things that can give us insights. Now, one of the things that we need to understand is that AI, AI, it is data that is driving it. That thing that I wrote of or what had what's her name? Vicky wrote. Those prompts are what? Are data. It's still part of data. That's what is driving it. So at the end of the day, the data we gather from all of these uplinks, we can actually know high risk area, and that can inform the the intelligence system of the country, to be honest. I mean, of our force, of our armed forces, to know that okay, these are high risk areas, and then these are areas that probably maybe this is the pattern with which the terrorism happens in such areas, or the season it happens, and that can inform better so that they can actually be more on guard, or they can even improve or increase in their protection and all of that. So I think it's the data, and from the data you can do what is called the predictive analytics. Remember that predictive analytics also ride on a form of artificial intelligence which does things like what? Machine learning. That's the whole thing. So machine learning is more about okay, data is entered into this, and this is how is learning from that data, the pattern with which. So if you understand the pattern with which how all of these attacks comes in, I believe with the insights that that data can give, we can actually see in a bit. The word eradicate may be too much of a high hope to wish. I mean, it might be more of reduce. I mean, I mean, I will be more practical. Might be more, but if it's possible to eradicate, why not? Thank God for that. That's what we wish. Want to none of us, we all want to live in a safer world. So it may be, but I think it's more of the insight from the data we get that we can use. And predictive analytics is a form of AI that is riding also on what? On the part of machine learning and all of that. So that's what I feel we can use.
okay. Chide.
Yeah, thank you, MJ. In addition to what Jumoke just said, I will quickly say this. Number one, in the country, if you have working database, thank God we have NIN. So, but is it working? If you have a working database of everybody in the country, number two, before you can get a mobile phone, it's linked to your NIN. Everything you have is linked together. Then we can say we have a working environment. Now, without even stressing ourselves, we are already trying to minimize terrorism. Definitely, whatsoever you do, you can be tracked. Number two, installation of intelligent cameras, not just cameras. I mean, intelligent cameras that will pick your face, quickly run through the database, and see maybe hot time or in a hot location. This face, can I quickly look at the history of this person? Picking the face of the person, run it through the database within split of a second, come back and flag it that look, this is a prime suspect, something is happening. They start tracking his movement, his activity, hand over to the next camera that pick him up to know what is going, and feeding these people back with what? Intelligence. So now with all this and all those things, we already have them within the platform, the Microsoft Azure platform, that can we can leverage on to help. So the major thing is one, let's have a well-structured database that we can quickly query within few seconds. Number two, let's have smart cameras all over the location. As we have this smart camera all over the location, and let us also have drones that can actually get to areas that people cannot get to. These people are located somewhere. If you have a smart drone, of course, we can build a drone that will fly over an area in the thick forest and tell us that this place there are people here. Get the image. It can feel temperature, it can feel blood. If there's a human blood or temperature around there, he has seen the location. And by the time you can meet, you can actually get these people where they are. It will be difficult for them to gather. But because they know that 10 years, you guys will not know where we are, they can easily gather and they can easily launch their attack. Database, smart cameras, we have smart drones that can actually detect intelligent location. Then with all this, then we can say we are moving towards eradication of what? Terrorism in the country. Thank you.
Thank you, Deji. But the fact is that all these terrorists, they also have a means of getting drones, knowing drones, locating it. And I don't know, maybe they are also very using AI to detect how your drone is coming. Because I don't know why they have not deployed it all this while to counter them, even with the local policing around our states and local government. We still have not been able to achieve that with all this technology around us. Okay, Emmanuel is here. Emmanuel, you are in where we are cooking a very good soup. The soup is that someone is asking that how can we eradicate terrorism using AI?
Yeah, so it's a very nice soup actually. So I'll write on what I'll write on what MJ and they just said about data and using Azure smart systems like the smart drones and the likes. Now there is when we can actually plug this with these smart systems, we can plug in a anomaly detection solutions that can actually detect is the activity happening in this area, are they activity that should be in normal activities or activity that there is something that is actually very going wrong in that particular area. So plugging those solutions with anomaly detection can also help to detect like what they just said around warm temperature, the system capturing those things, and those AI solutions with the use of AI vision solutions, for example, on the Azure, it can also help to analyze what are the things that are happening around the area, the location. So if you plug those system, integrate it with an anomaly detection, you are able to detect, okay, these are activities that are happening in this particular area. That's what I'll contribute to that.
Mr. Jide, yes, I thought he was here to contribute. So we are gradually rounding up our section, the season of AI, and of we so many of our want to apologize. So many of our speakers were not able to come online, probably because of one reason or the other, technical problem. Some of them were in, they went back because they could not sustain the network that they were using to be on the platform. However, we thank all our speakers that have been able to give us a guide and those that have done one demonstration or the other. All we are saying is that there's an ease of use when you try to embark on using AI. And still going back to what Francisca, what she's asking how can we use AI to eradicate terrorism. Another thing we need to know is that terrorism is more of a community-wide issue. It's not really. So the question now is, since we know it's a community drive. Most of these terrorists are people that live in one community, they are known and they are being protected because of some belief that someone. So, in all, still coming back to DJ and Emmanuel, so we have some few like 6 minutes before we round up. what do you feel we can do, with knowing the fact that it's a communion uh, issue where people from the same community having the same belief think certain things need to be done, and if it's not done, they carry on harms on destroying others. What do you think AI can do in that aspect?
Okay. So now,
Yeah.
based on what you've said, is
Mm,
actually a community issue. And if there is this small community that they all have the same belief that no,
mm,
let us terrorize our neighbors so that we can expand our coast, we can do this. So it is very much possible to have such belief. But the question now is this: if you have such happening, there is no way you will gather in a whole community. You may likely have people that does not have the same belief with them.
believe.
Now,
Yeah.
do you have a channel, a whistle blowing channel that will not backfire?
Mm,
Why am I saying this? Let me use our community as an example. Where I stay, we used to have this man, and he's more like a terrorist to all of us. And if you dare blow the whistle or go to the police to report, we've done a case whereby we all wrote a letter to the police. So I let them come and take the man away if possible. And after writing, we signed the letter. The man came back with our letter that was signed. That all of you that signed this letter, then we said, okay, next time you're not going to write another letter. Now imagine. So if you have a channel, a trusted channel, so once any information is dropped on the channel, we can have a system that will read that information, pick key information there, even without any human intervention, can easily start tracking. They mention somebody's name, good. He has gone to the database, he knows the face of the person, the cameras around is tracking, is following up, and is feeding back with intelligence information. Then they will get to the root of it. But the major thing is, even within a community, if you have a trusted channel to submit information that will help, definitely we can do that. But I know lately we've been seeing some channels coming up, phone numbers coming up that call this number if you suspect. If you see something, say something. But just to be sure that those channels are trusted. And once people believe in those channels, you'll be amazed at how they will be able to arrest this issue of terrorism. Thank you.
okay. Emmanuel, we have
In
3 more
addition to,
minutes.
yeah, in addition to what did you said, there is this concept we usually use. I will bring in the concept of the Microsoft form that we used to use in our community. We want to get feedback from people, we want to get a survey from people, but we are making the form anonymous in such a way that whoever that is using the form, right, to submit the feedback to the community, the person's name is not recorded anywhere, and the person knows that his identity is safe, is secure. So, like what they just said, if you can have those systems around that will enable people to actually submit feedbacks anonymously without the feedback tracking them to their identity or who they are, then this will actually help the community to be able to give people that confidence to be able to submit those feedbacks, and from then the community, the people in charge, the authority will be able to take action, in which even the actions they can't trace it to who submitted the feedback in the first place.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. So, thank you, everyone. And if you are on the studio, I want you to come back so that we can give our last word. We are gradually ending this for us, our own chapter in this community about the season of AI. So we hope from Francisca, we have been able to answer your question about how to use AI. Several things have been said. Just hopefully, if you deploy one of the system, that can help us to solve it. So let us come back. Let's just give our last word, and we'll call it a day. I think Jumoke is still in the studio. Jide is still. Can we come back and just give our last word, and we say goodbye to our. Okay, let's start with Emmanuel. Let's start from the rear.
AI is not coming for your job. But when you have the skills, you're able to deploy the AI solutions, then be rest assured that your job is safe. And beyond just that, you are able to, help organizations to improve their productivity. I could remember a real life scenario that happened yesterday. A project manager was in a meeting with a partner, and they had a teams meeting. She reached out that she needed to get the transcript of the meeting. I just stated that this is a typical use case of co-pilot in teams that I've been telling our team to actually deploy. This will have been able to help you summarize all the meeting, everything that happened in the meeting, and you're able to give the MD the report of the meeting. So these are practical use of this AI, how it can help as an end user, and we, the admin from the end, that we are deploying the solution, we are able to help users be more productive. So embrace AI.
AI is not taking your job. Embrace it. Okay, Deji.
Yeah, so all I just have to say, AI has come to stay. So let us learn new skill. Let us add more knowledge to what we already know. Don't let us live in yesteryears or yesterdays. Thank you.
AI has come to stay. Let us not live in the past. Now we have been skilled. You need to now skill yourself, reskill yourself until you get to the point that you will be able to solve. We see someone that was able to use Copilot to know what he needs to wear against the weather, against the party he was going, and Copilot gave him the light dress code to use. So it transcends beyond even business, even on your own personal use. My MJ.
All right, thank you. I think a lot has been said about the use cases of Copilot and how it has come to stay. So, for you, I think my last message would be for any organization that is trying to consider the use of Copilot. It is also very important for you to do a form of um, maturity scoping around your AI. Understand your AI maturity, and then develop a process how you will roll out AI power tools to your users. It's also very important that even in the use of this AI, you comply with relevant data protection, privacy. So I would tell any organization that is trying to use any of these co-pilot solution or AI power tools, that it is very important for you to do the framework, come up with your policy framework. Today, you have you can actually exempt libraries that Copilot can query. You can actually use purview and compliance to in Microsoft to say, oh, these are the libraries it can, I mean, Copilot should not query, and probably maybe for some keywords that if it contains in a document you should not query.
Should not.
So there is a lot
Yes.
of use cases that Microsoft has put in place around security. And I used to say something, security is a very relative discussion. We can only get better with it. But the assurance that with the proper use and with the proper framework around privacy, around security and protection put in place, you can actually get the best use of these tools. So that's the message I will leave everyone with. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you, MJ. The message is don't be afraid to leap. Ensure that you have a proper scoping of your environment. Everybody starts from one point. You have to build your enterprise, understand how AI can mature through your own environment, the people you relate with, the application you are running. Then that kind of build up can help you to build a sustainable AI solution that can even be like a co-pilot in the piloting of your plane, especially in your business. So, Jide, your last word?
I would just encourage everyone to embrace it, because if you do not embrace it, then you'll be left behind. That will just be it. We've said a lot of things, so embracing it is very important. And let us also remember that AI was developed by human being. So it's not going to kill you. It's not going to take your place. We are still training it. It's not training us. So the point is we need to embrace it, and it makes life easy for every one of us. Thank you.
Yeah, last word from Jide is that we embrace AI. We make sure that we should not be afraid of it. We should know that it is the future. Because if you don't embrace it now, you'll be living in the past when the future is glaring at you. As we come to an end and round up this program, the season of AI, one of the prospective community event that Microsoft is putting out there for community to speak about AI, to talk about AI, to bring it locally to our environment, to see how we can sustain our business. We have seen how you can sustain from HR. We have seen how to sustain from the data. We have seen how to sustain from your application development. Every area of your business can be you every area of your business you can use AI to solve some of these fundamental problems. I want to draw the curtain and say thank you for joining us. Whether you are watching it recorded or live, we say we hope to see you in another season of AI. I say bye from me, and every one of us also said bye from every one of us, and we
Bye.
see you anytime in the future. Have a blessed weekend.
Technology is now seen as a must-have in businesses. With the right technology tools, you get to stand out as a reliable organization and make everyone efficient and productive across board. We understand that most organizations are investing in technology and doing the best they can to make it work for everyone. But they are also finding it challenging to get the solution that will solve their most critical business needs. As a multiple award-winning, agile, and innovative leader in the IT marketplace, Hashem Limited knows what it means to take time to identify your pain points and recommend products and services that fit your business need. We do not only pride ourselves as a one-stop shop offering a plethora of IT products and services that can drive growth and productivity in your organization. We also boast of dedicated, passionate, and experienced team members. Our comprehensive engagement model and governance framework are also designed to optimize your software portfolio across your organization. This unique approach gives you access to business analysts, solutions architects, product specialists, project managers, developers, and key resources to help inform great decision making. Above everything and anything else, we are the IT partner you can trust to make your business dreams realizable. Convinced yet? Perhaps our website can tell you a lot more than I have done in 2 minutes. Check us out on www.hashem.com. Oh, one more thing. We are as social can be, keeping you updated on the newest technology trends. You can find us on Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook.
Simplifies the way we collect data. Organizations collect data from multiple touchpoints to enable them to make effective, profitable, data-driven decisions. Yet, a lot of data just sits there. Why? Well, organizations operate two systems: operational or transaction systems and analytic systems. Operational systems are data repository, where you execute business processes. Analytic systems are where you make sense of your data and evaluate business processes. Analysts spend 80% of their time cleaning and preparing data to update routine reports, and only 20% of their time truly brainstorming on the numbers and extracting insight from that data. The result? Less time to ask the right questions about their data, and less time to pull variable insights that can improve your bottom line. At D. Brown Consulting, we have a better approach. We empower you to extract insights from your data at the speed of thought. We employ a curated methodology that simplifies the analytic build process to eliminate technical friction, making it easier for everyone in your organization to get the exact data they need securely. The best part? All of this can be done without relying on overburdened IT teams. D. Brown Consulting offers consultancy services in building, reporting, and analytics systems. As Microsoft Gold partners, we offer business process automation solutions with no-code and low-code applications, chatbots, and robotic process automation engines, and financial modeling services. We visualize our reports, dashboards, and analytics using the principles defined by the International Business Communication Standards, IBCS. The use of standardized notation eliminates ambiguity and ensures consistency in the design of your visualizations for more effective data storytelling. Are you looking to achieve more with your data? Contact us today. Visit dbrownconsulting.net.
7 years, Macintosh Consulting has been empowering individuals, organizations, and government parastatals in information technology, business management, leadership development, and finance. Through our end-to-end training services, we help our clients achieve notable landmarks with our long-standing valued affiliate relationships with Microsoft, EC Council, CompTIA, PECB, Cisco, and AWS. Macintosh Consulting offers training and certifications in diverse areas like Network Plus, cybersecurity, cloud computing, project management, Agile Scrum, soft skills, amongst many others, with guaranteed to run classes, virtual classes, on-site classes, online classes, and customized classes. Macintosh Consulting enhances career development, promotes relevance, and ensures quality delivery. Macintosh Consulting is located in Nigeria, Kenya, and United Kingdom. Visit www.macintosh.com or call 090-381-38550 or 081-409-84158. You can also visit us at 24 Bama Chile Street off Allen Avenue, Ikeja, Lagos.